Now what happens is, when we learned to multiply x plus 3 by x plus 2, the way we multiplied this is the first number times the second bracket. See the way that's the second bracket? And then it's second number times second bracket again. Now, what we're doing in this class is we're going in reverse. We're putting the x and the 3 back into its first bracket, and the x plus 2, which appears twice, goes into one bracket. So that's multiplying. Multiplying is when you expand the brackets, and factorizing is when you make it smaller, you put it back in. So what we're doing in this part here is we're factorizing, okay? So 2a and minus b, what happens to the two of them? They go into the first bracket. And what's the second bracket then?
C minus 3D.
C minus 3D. Are we all following that right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Ben, I'm going to ask you this one here, okay? Now, see number 8 then. 3p minus 3q plus rp minus rq. What we're going to do next is we're going to try and take out a number. So what number can you take out of the first two, Ben?
3.
You take out 3. And when you take out 3, what's left?
3q.
Now, what do you multiply 3 by to get 3p? P. Because 3 multiplied by p is 3p. Now, 3 multiplied by what gives you 3q?
3. Q.
Because 3 multiplied by q is 3q. What sign goes in here?
Minus.
Minus, okay. And what about the next one? What letter do they have in common?
Or.
R. And R multiplied by what gives you RP?
Q.
Perfect. R multiplied by what gives you RQ?
Q.
Is it plus Q or minus Q?
Minus.
Now, what you know about both brackets?
That's the same.
What does that mean? It's like earlier. If the bracket turns up twice, you have the very end of all these questions is 2 brackets, okay? And if the bracket turns up twice, it goes in the second one. That'll always happen, okay? And then what numbers did I not use? I didn't use the 3 and the
4.
And where does that go?
In the first one.
So 3 plus
4.
R. And that's what we're going to do every time, okay? Alright, who's up for the next one? Number 20. We'll go for Luke there. Luke.
So they have C in common.
Do you have C in common? And that means take out
The C.
the C. So we're going to be C into
A
minus
B.
Yeah.
And then they have D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's D bracket C A minus B.
A minus B. Okay, you do a quick check now. What's C multiplied by A?
C A.
R A.
C.
C multiplied by minus B?
B C.
B C. D multiplied by A?
A D.
A D. D multiplied by minus B?
B D.
Minus B D. You're correct, okay? Now what's the ending?
C plus D.
Yeah.
Bracket A minus B.
A minus B. Perfect. Okay, hands up for number 24. Connor Kelly, you want to do this one? Work away.
You take R out of it. So it's
PR plus QR, just 1 second. Minus 2PS minus 2QS. Okay, what happens now?
You take the or out of P or and Q or, and you do or multiplied by P plus Q.
Does it work? R by P?
P or.
R by Q?
Q or.
Okay, it works. Okay, move on. And what do these have in common?
2P. Sorry, 2.
And?
S.
So you take out?
2S.
Yeah. Into
P minus Q.
No, P minus Q. Let's check that out. We're going to check. Minus 2S by P?
Minus 2PS.
Minus 2PS. Minus 2S by minus Q?
Minus 2PS.
It's plus, because 2 minuses when you multiply them make a.
Plus.
And you also notice that it differs. The 2 brackets are now not there.
Same.
They should be the same, so that's why there's a plus there instead, okay? Now what happens next?
Or and 2s in the same bracket.
And
then
P
and Q.
plus Q. Alright? Now, number 28. This is a tough one. I'm going to see. Who should I pick? We'll go for Andrew. Andrew! Let's go, try this one now. Watch it.
Okay.
X in common?
What thing?
Do you have X in common?
Yeah. And then it's 2
Yeah.
minus x.
Now check it out. X by 2.
2x.
X by minus X.
X squared.
Perfect. Moving on.
And then y.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 minus x.
Perfect.
And then it's bracket.
Yeah.
X plus y.
Yeah.
Bracket.
Good.
2 minus x.
Perfect. Alright guys, that's brilliant. Right, well done. Now, 34. Joey, the hardest one, Joey. X1 plus XZ minus Y minus Z. Good luck. Alright, let's try it out.
Okay, so x in common, so
X bracket.
Y plus 2.
So that's a Z. Okay.
Y plus Z.
Now check it out, Joey. X multiplied by Y.
X, Y,
X multiplied by Z.
X, Z.
So you know you're correct. Moving on.
Minus 1 in common.
They have a minus 1 in common because if you have minus Y minus Z, same thing as minus 1 Y minus 1 Z. So what do we get? Minus 1
Y plus 2.
Y plus Z, okay? Now what's the answer?
X minus 1.
Yeah.
Bracket Y plus 2.
Y plus Z.
Is it?
Okay guys, that's it there. Okay. Alright guys. What Tom has asked me is, does it matter if it's Y plus Z bracket X minus 1? Does that matter? Somebody has an answer for me. Garrett.
Because even if you multiply it out again, it's the same answer.
The same answer when you multiply it out again. Can anybody give me a simpler version of how to explain that? Yeah.
Does it make a difference if it's like Z plus Y?
Z plus Y, it does. So an example would be, guys, 3 multiplied by 2 is the same thing as 2 multiplied by 3. It doesn't matter which one comes first. Only for multiplication and addition. Not for subtraction and division. Harry, what were you asking me?
Oh,